So y'all, this your boy King Ed the Great coming at y'all with another video. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button for me. So I want to talk about the Big Show, aka Paul White joining AEW, and why I think it's a great move. Because let me be the real to say. The Big Show was treated like a effing chump in the WWE. Look at how they had this man going. In comparison to how he was in WCW. In WCW, this dude was a monster. Like he had the original Brock Lesnar push. He beat Ric Flair, he beat Hulk Hogan, he beat Chris Benoit. He beat a lot of these guys his first 2 years in. Then he was a part of the NWO. He was in main events. And he come to the WWE and they made him look like a chump. They stripped his move set down. They had Shane McMahon making him cry. Stephanie McMahon humiliating and emasculating him weekly. Then not to mention the goofy skits they had this dude doing. Like, this dude is supposed to be a killer giant. People can say what they want about WCW, but they got that part right with the Big Show. Now, I'm thinking that the reason why they treated Big Show like that was because he signed for all that money. He signed that big time deal, and they tried to make him quit. Because I noticed the WWE have a tendency to do that with larger guys like that. Because they did Mark Henry the same thing. Mark Henry had one of them rare contractual deals that paid him big money, but they treated him like a joke for the first couple years. They thinking they were going to make him quit. They think they would go by sending him to these smaller leagues. They was going to humiliate them, but they kept at it. But see, the Big Show here at AEW can work for the simple fact that he can go back to his days of being the dominant big man. Because see, they need balance right now. Let's be real. A lot of these guys in AEW are not going to draw casuals. They signed a TNT deal to where they got to draw casual viewership now. That's why they signed the heads from back in the day, to bring that audience back. Nobody knows a lot of these guys, so they got to bring familiar faces to hopefully put the younger talent over in the future. You can't have just a whole bunch of new guys out there because nobody knows them. So bringing the Big Show in hopefully can redeem his qualities, because the last time we seen the Big Show, he was getting bitched out by Randy Orton. So if he could come back to being a dominant big man, the big man era could be resurrected again. I want to see Big Show dominating like Bam Bam Bigelow did in ECW. I want to see Big Show dominating like he did in 2006 during his ECW run. If he can do that, then it's going to work. I'm hoping that they play onto his strengths and not make him look like a joke. So, let me know what you guys think. And in other news right here, it appears that there's a rift amongst the Horsemen, y'all. This is a sad state of affairs, man. Even the 2020s took away the 4 Horsemen, y'all. Diamonds are forever, and so are the Horsemen. Well, that's ended. Because apparently, none of the Horsemen are rocking with Ric Flair no more. And let me be the first to say, I don't know the personal inhaps of what's going on with this situation here, but I can see it like this. Ric Flair was a wild dude, still a wild dude. And it seems like a lot of those guys from Arn and Gully and JJ and even Ole, it seemed like they have matured and they went on and evolved into men. Not saying Ric Flair was a man, but it seemed like Ric Flair is still stuck in that party stage. Like, he's one of those. He's that one guy in your high school that still want to party, even though everybody is grown up and have responsibility and children now, and he's still stuck in that era. It seems like Ric Flair is that guy right now. And it also seems like to me with Ric Flair, he can't stay out the spotlight. He needs to be known as Ric Flair. That's why he's out still at WWE events. He's still in storylines. He's still doing commercials. I think he has a fear of not being known as that guy anymore. And not to mention, I think a lot of the butt kissing that he was doing to McMahon and Triple H and Shawn Michaels, I think that kind of put a big wedge between the relationship of Arn and Tully Blanchard. So it's a lot of parameters that go in, and not to mention Rick was an alcoholic. Rick was a wild dude, man. A lot of them guys probably got tired of it. But then again, on the flip side, Rick may have a point. Because it's like, dang, I did all this for y'all. I put y'all in the group, and now y'all don't want to call me. You could at least give me a phone call to see how I'm doing. I don't know what's going on with that, but I hope they get things straightened out with that situation. But let me know what you guys think. Is the Horsemen done? Barry Windham, Tully Blanchard, Ole, JJ, none of them calling Ric Flair. Not even a text, not even a hello, a greeting card, nothing. So let me know what you guys think. This is the wrestling content. King Eric the Great signing out. Holla at me.